My name is Destinee Duff. This is my cousin Jamiriel. She is like a role model. She is brave, doesn't let anything stop her from doing what she loves. She's a good inspiration, and she loves to dance. But everything started to change in the month of January and the beginning of February, when she was always going to the hospital and she was always feeling sick. So it was hard to get used to that when you know this is a person who always smiling and always just happy. I soon began to realize that when more serious, 2016, I was told she has been diagnosed with lupus.
February 2016, February 26, 2016, I was actually diagnosed with lupus. At first, I can honestly say I didn't know nothing about lupus. I never knew lupus exists until the doctors told me that I had it. But it was like at the end of January, I noticed myself getting sick in all of February. Like I was sick, I couldn't eat. I was in and out of the hospital, and my doctors finally decided to do a series of blood tests, and they found the two markers positive for lupus.
Lupus, for some people who don't know, is an autoimmune disease. And what it is the white blood cells, the good cells, they attack the other good cells. So it doesn't really know on your body, what's going on. So they're like kind of confused.
Autoimmune inflammatory condition that's characterized by quiet times and active times. And the immune system, in a sense, turns against itself instead of fighting infections. And so it can cause any number of symptoms.
It can damage, attack your organs. You can break out in rashes from your skin, and you can have really bad joint pain.
I was diagnosed with lupus in 2004, so I had never heard of it until then. I didn't know what it was. I was actually sick and thought that I had the flu, and at one point I had some vision problems and went to the eye doctor, and they told me that some blood vessels had popped in my eyes, so I needed to see my doctor.
So there are lots of studies that look at what lupus can affect, and actually can affect any part of the body. And everybody's lupus is different. So person A might have just joints and skin disease. Person B's blood counts may be too low. Person C could have kidney disease and a little bit of joints. And it's not really clear to us why it's different in different people.
My doctors really wasn't doing nothing. They were just saying that they was giving me medicine or telling me what I need to do to help me get better. But then I went to the doctor for a second time. They called my mom and was like, is it a possibility that she can have lupus? My mom was like shocked, and she said no.
How can a person get lupus? And I'm like, is this something that's hereditary? And the doctor was like, not really. It's something within the person and the environment that makes them get lupus. And I still didn't understand it, and to this day, I still don't understand what in the environment could cause someone who's healthy, who's been healthy all her life, to get lupus.
But we went to another hospital. We went to N.L.CP Children's Memorial Hospital, and they did more blood tests on me, and the people in rheumatology diagnosed me with lupus.
They had said that I had real high blood pressure, and they did a lot of tests. And then after about a couple days, they had called me back, and mentioned to me that my kidneys were failing. After that, they had admitted me, and this was at McNeil Hospital. They admitted me, and they did a bunch of different tests on me, and they didn't know what was wrong. I was in there for a week, and my family ended up transferring me to Rush. Whatever test they ran, they realized that it was lupus.
So nobody likes to have their appearance changed, or you could even lose your hair. If your joints hurt, you can't take care of yourself. You can't do your basic needs like bathing, toileting, or dressing. You might not be able to go to school. They might not be able to work.
I'm not able to like do what I'm used to doing. So it's like when I dance, I have to be, I have to like be careful for what I do. I can't like just get up and dance how I used to. Like I have to like think about what I do before I do anything. Like I can't just go on the move now.
I could not do a lot of things. Like I couldn't take a bath for myself. I couldn't clean myself after using the washroom. I couldn't make my own food. Simple things that we take for granted, things that we do all the time, walking, I couldn't do. It was very hard. Usually now by like 7, 8 o'clock, I'm done for the day. If I have a busy day, I'm exhausted by the time I get home and I'm ready to go to sleep. I can't like hang out as much as I used to. What lupus did was it attacked my kidneys and then my lungs and my joints. So I had a lot of very aggressive treatment. So I had like, they gave me chemo pills to take, about 15 medications in the beginning. Slowly over the years, the amount of pills that I was taking could be cut down. So now I'm only taking 2 pills. It was a big adjustment for me. And I was always in my family, I'm the one that always had everything together. And I was able to control everything. But this I could not control. So it was hard for me. Trying to explain to somebody who doesn't know what lupus is, or trying to, tell them, I'm tired or I'm not feeling well. They don't understand that because I don't look sick. They don't know what that means. So it's an adjustment. Because I have lupus, I had to make that new lifestyle my new normal.
And I would say to people that if they have any of the symptoms, they should seek some medical advice. The doctor that normally, medical specialty that handles lupus the most is rheumatology. So the way we contribute to research is through donations. So we donate to companies that are heavily involved in research, and there are some organizations that only focus on research. They do not provide programs and services, they provide research. We think research is important, and we financially support that.
The main advice that I can give to someone who may think they have lupus or has lupus, one, if you think that you may have lupus, lupus can mask itself. Lupus will show itself in various different other symptoms. Go to the doctor. If they tell you it's something else and you don't believe it, keep going to the doctor.
My advice to somebody who may think that they have lupus is to go get it checked out and go to the best physician that they can research and find the best physician that really knows about lupus, because there's not that many. And you would need to find someone that knows about lupus, about rheumatology, because there's a lot connected to it.
But lupus has come a long way. So for those who have lupus, as long as you're going to the doctor, as long as you're taking your medication, as long as you're being healthy, you can live as long as somebody like me who doesn't have a disease. So just stay positive. There are support groups out there. I know she talks to a few different people. I have a few, I think I have maybe like 10 people that I grew up with. Once my daughter shared that she had lupus, they inboxed me on Facebook and said, hey, I got lupus. And I'm looking at these women like they're healthy, they're beautiful. I'm like, I would have never known that you had lupus. So they've kind of been a support group for me. So any questions that I may have, something that my daughter's going through, I go to these women because they've had it longer. and they say, hey, try this or try that. It may not work for her, but just give it a try.
Advice to someone who has lupus or maybe just found out, that was just recently diagnosed, is to let it sink in, live the process, go through it, not to be afraid. It's okay to be depressed, it's okay to cry, it's okay to feel like my world is over, because at that moment, that's what it feels like. But don't stay there. Don't let that define who you are. Now, yes, you're a person living with lupus. That's who you are now, but it's not who you're going to become.